Eating bear paw in Japan, Tokyo's extreme meats. This is going to be a crazy video. Lock in.
In this video, we're taking on the most shockingly bizarre foods
Is that a vulture?
you can find here in Tokyo, Japan. Japan is known for its sashimi, its ramen, and its wagyu. But did you know it's also known for some other weird stuff too? This is a country where you can find foods like raw horse, raw shark heart, and even alien-looking snakefish called borasubo.
Okay, that's crazy, but horse isn't that wild. I feel like a lot of countries eat horse, but raw horse? I should have tried horse in Iceland. They had it at a restaurant and I didn't. I should have given it a go. Now I can't because I have the fucking red meat disease. Horse is so good. I've never had it. I wish I did. Given it one chance. Some freaky stuff. Chat, you got to realize it's weird for us because we didn't grow up with it. But if people in the US grew up eating horse, it wouldn't be that crazy, you know? Like, it would be commonplace.
Well, today I'm on a mission to find the strangest, most unique restaurants serving food fare you won't find in any other country. And by the end of this video, I'll eat one of the most shocking foods I've seen anywhere ever. We're talking about a bear paw. I know what you're thinking. That's not food. You mean a bear's foot? That's what I mean. We have a lot to get to today, but let me tell you.
And the hair's still on it. I know a lot of, okay, the one animal I would never try is dog. I would never eat a dog. I would never eat a dog in my life. I've always said in this scenario, if I'm in apocalypse and starving, different scenario. I understand that other cultures and other communities eat other animals, and it's weird for me because I haven't grown up in that, scenario. But I always perceive dog as an animal that doesn't make sense to eat because it's a domesticated animal that is meant for human companionship rather than food. They're very illogical to eat. Yes, they breed and they, can have a lot of offspring, but they don't have a lot of meat on them. And it's not something it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to eat dog, right? It has never made sense to eat dog. Yeah, or domesticated cats. They're animals that don't breed well, right? In terms of how much mass and how much food you're getting. And they're made and evolved to be alongside humans, not eaten by humans.
This video is going to be challenging for me as a consumer, but also for you as a viewer. So I need you to hang in there. Stay with me through this. Don't make me do this alone. All right, right now we're headed to our first location, the location containing the bear paw. Right behind me, GBA Kishiya. This is a restaurant specializing in game meats. Evidently included in those game meats.
What about hamsters? I'd eat a fucking hamster. I wouldn't cook it myself, but if I was at a restaurant and they were serving hamster, I'd try it. Oh, I can't because they're a mammal, but I'm saying I would.
This is a dish that takes all day to make, so we've come here in the
guinea pig. I would try guinea pig.
Morning to see it get started, and by this evening we're actually going to be able to eat it. But first I want to take a look at this bear paw. Oh my god, guys, have you ever seen anything like this? 3 giant bear paws. Where's the 4th one?
I didn't even know bear was an animal that people eat.
Bear was an amputee. This bear went top. Iraq. I'm sorry. You can see clearly these two are the back feet. This is the front paw. Oh, it feels so weird. Look at these massive fingernails, claws that could actually tear you to shreds. And then on this side, dude, look at that pad.
Yeah, dirty and rough. Like, what part are you eating? Are they cutting this open and you're eating the middle? Dude, it's just gonna, I feel like it's gonna taste like a bad beef.
This is thick, callous. Oh, it's bigger than my hand. All right, I'm gonna pick up the back one. Oh my god.
There's fucking flies.
It looks notably different. A big, thick, padded, super callous bottom of the foot right there. Thick hair covering everything, and then of course right here, that's where its ankle socks end. This is a wild one for me, but what's really wild is trying to understand how this even works. Where are these bears from? Why are they eating it? Why is it so expensive? And how did this become a tradition in Japan?
Well, are there even bears in Japan? That might be a dumb question, but are there bears in Japan? No. Yeah, I feel like there has to be, maybe in the mountains or some shit. Yeah, they have Japanese black bears, American black bear, brown bear. Does Japan have wild bears? Yeah, Asian black bears and brown bears. Oh, they're tiny, though. They only weigh 60 to 120 kilograms. That's why the paw's so small. I don't know. I never really thought that people ate bears. Just because I always thought they were, like, in part endangered in a lot of places. And it's just, like, Why would you eat a bear?
Next, I'm going to head inside and speak to the owner about this. We have a lot to discuss. The sourcing is perhaps the most interesting part of this. How do you, in a giant city with like 20 million people, get your hands on these hands?
ヒグマなんで北海道
Gets these shipped all the way from Hokkaido, and he asked a middleman company who has connections with all these hunters, like from Hokkaido, and he's also
But who the fuck is buying bear paw? I feel like I'd rather just eat like fish or a chicken or some shit. I mean, how much do you think the bear paw costs?
So all the bears here are hunted. They're not like farm-raised bears, I guess. Are there that many bears in Japan?
やっぱダメな本州で言うと
there are many bears out there. However, the good thing is the demand's pretty low, so there's not as many stores or restaurants that serve bear paw in Japan.
Why is there a focus on the feet in particular?
昔からその高級食
It's considered like a luxury dish in China over there. So that culture kind of swept into Japan, and so
I don't know. I wouldn't see it as luxury. I see this is just my Westerner mindset, but I feel like any feet of an animal, I'm not like, oh, that's good. Because I feel like any feet of an animal that I've ever seen at a butchery or a grocery store is cheap, like dirt cheap. Like, it's like they're basically just giving it to you. Chicken feet's really good. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Chicken feet isn't a delicacy. Chicken feet is cheap as fuck. You could buy like you could buy pig's feet and chicken feet for like fucking 20 cents.
Japan, it's considered a luxury dish. In addition to that, personally for Kishi-san, he really enjoyed like the impact of it.
I assume when he says impact, I mean like the visual. Take a look at this. That looks insane. Here, hold it.
It's so heavy.
It's so big.
It's so big.
It looks like it came from a dinosaur. So from here, we're gonna prepare it, and by tonight, it'll be ready to eat. Step one is happening right here. He has a...
Yo, have you ever eaten fish where they bring it out and it's just the whole dead fish? I can't do that. And that's another thing. I know a lot of countries do that. I can't do that. Where it's looking at me, chop its head off, right? You could keep the tail on and the rest of the body, get rid of its head, right? I don't like that. That bothers me. I've eaten lobster with a whole animal. Where I've eaten lobster where you ever go to a restaurant where you pick the lobster you kill? Wow, dude, that feels like a fucking weighted decision, man. In the Caribbean, you go and they got a fucking tank full of lobsters, and you go, that one. And they let you hold it, and then they go, 1 second, and then they go fucking chuck that motherfucker in a tub of boiling water, bring him out. My grandma used to get it, and I would shame her for it, and it was really funny. I would name it, and then it would ruin the experience for her. She would go, I want that one. I go, that one's Frank.
The chef prepares a delicacy so rare, few Japanese have even tried it. The brain. First, it's lightly seasoned with flavor enhancers, salt, MSG, and pepper. Next, he coats both sides of the brain with flour.
Jesus Christ, bro.
In a skillet, the chef adds a splash of olive oil and a bit of butter. He flavors the plate with a sauce made with a blend of herbs, garlic, breadcrumbs, and anchovies.
All right, folks, this is my first meal of the day, and it is a doozy. This is not just any ordinary brain. This is the brain of a deer. So I've got some of my green emulsion mixed with some of that beautiful brain. Let's give it a shot. Wow. Very fatty, soft, tender. The outside...
I don't know, dude. That looks gross. That looks gross. That weird, like, whenever I see a fatty bit, oh, I don't like that. You know the texture changes as you eat it. I want, like, a solid emulsified block of just, like, the same thing throughout. It's the same thing as when I eat a piece of chicken and I get, like, a hard bit, and then it just fucks my mental up.
That being said, all the flavors in my mouth, fireworks, amazing.
This is my first taste of the day, and I've got to say, it's a strong start. But in the end, it's just a distraction from the inevitable bear paw.
I am here again with Kishi-san. 2 hours has gone by, and we are going to remove the bear paw from the pot and see how it looks. Oh,
How much would it take you to go vegan? Way less now. I can only eat birds and fish. I can't eat beef. I can't eat pork. I can't eat, anything that gives live birth. It's way easier for me to, it would be easier for me to go vegetarian or vegan now.
From here, he's filling the pot with even more water and dumping some of that out. The smells in here are amazing. Not really. He peels off the bottom of the foot, the pad, revealing the pink subdermis.
Okay, that doesn't look that bad.
Slowly but steadily, he peels away the skin and the fur, revealing, purifying. It's so big.
Oh, no, dude, that looks like a ball sack. Stop. That looks like what I think the inside of a nut sack would look like. Now, that looks gross.
While the bear paw spends some hours
Bro, that does not look good. There's still hair on it.
While our bear paw is cooking at our first location, we have come here.
Chickens have hair? Well, they have feathers, but I've always had chicken wings that have hair sticking out of them.
Place called Rice and Circus. And let me tell you, it is a circus inside. And no, I don't just mean it's wild and chaotic. I mean, like every animal that you've ever seen in a circus, they're probably serving them up here. This is not common food in Japan. This is kind of like wild stamina dude foods. The owner is already underway cooking up our first dish. We're gonna go.
That's a nut sack. Is that a ball? Is that a ball? Oh my God. Wait, where's the inside? Oh my God, it's not the sack. That's just the nut.
All right, folks, I'm entering the kitchen now, meeting Mr. Momiyama-san right here. This is our starting course. Kintama. That might, in Japanese, mean testicles. Testicles. These are not just any testicles. These are wild boar testicles. I'm told they're a little bit smaller than a pig's testicles.
Dude, they got some big nuts.
Now he is going to prepare this into a delicious appetizer for me to try. Step one, he takes the testicle, which appears to be frozen. It's a testicle icicle at the moment. He slices each end and he takes the skin from the outside of the testicle and just peels it away. From here, he gives the testicle.
Okay. That kind of just looks like sausage now. I would try that. I would try that. You wanna, bro, I mean, like, just to see, the curiosity, if I'm sitting there while he's preparing it, the curiosity would fucking overwhelm me.
He eats it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then here we have some flour. These look like donut holes at this point.
Oh my God, is he gonna deep fry them? Chat, these are gonna be fucking amazing.
Testicles are sizzling away. He throws some greens into the pan.
Oh,
and a little bit of butter. He hits it with some soy sauce.
Oh, yeah.
He seasons the plate with pepper. And just like that, our testicle is finished.
You could tell me those are scallops, and I'd believe you.
I'm gonna give one a shot right now.
They're a new type of Japanese scallop. I'd go, okay, and I'd fucking bite it. I remember my dad lied to me when I was younger, and he told me that calamari was onion rings, and I ate them. I was like, these are chewy.
All right. He says it's yummy. Let's go for it. Oh, thank you. It's got a nice flavor to it. It almost tastes more beefy than it does porky, even though it is technically pork. You would think it would be more fatty and gelatinous, but it's almost like a hard pate. It has kind of almost like a crumbly texture in the center. The seasoning's basic but delicious. He's got some veggies.
Okay, he's ruining it. He's ruining it. The way you're explaining it is making me not want to try it.
In there too. It's legitimately good. So this is my appetizer, and it's actually the least strange thing I'm going to be eating here today. I want to talk to this guy more to learn about how this place works. Thank you for the testicle. That was a wonderful experience. This place seems like it has a little bit of everything. Can you explain what the theme of this place is?
The motto of their company is fun.
Oh, is that alcohol that like sits with a snake in it? What is that alcohol? And it's supposed to make you like trip out. And it's like a very expensive thing. Habushu. Snake wine or habushu is a traditional liquor from Okinawa with spirit distilled from rice and black koji with a venomous pit sniper wedged inside. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'd be nervous to try that.
And so we want people to be happy, like having fun. And when you serve things that are so like bizarre and interesting, it's just like naturally they have a smile on their face or they're like really intrigued.
Can you tell me some of the more bizarre items that are popular here?
One of the rare ones is definitely the testicle, and then also the brain, sheep, pig, and for this year, they're thinking about hopefully getting whale brain.
Whale brain? Is that the size of a Cadillac? I am back in the kitchen with Momiyama-san. We've got one other food in store. That food being...
Dude, what is that? Is that a baby vulture?
This right here. That, my friends, is a Japanese crow that he's about to cook up that I'm going to be tasting shortly. Step one, he puts it in a bowl and he seasons it with a little bit of salt. He hits it with a little bit of oil. The seasonings are quite simple, especially for Japan, but it's because folks here want to have the real taste of whatever animal it is that they're eating. He puts it on a steel tray and it looks like that is going to head into the oven in the world's smallest kitchen.
Just a whole ass bird, beak and everything. Just pop that bitch in the oven.
20 minutes has passed. It is time to pull out that crow. There we go. Still sizzling.
Looks a little golden brown. Just a little more appetizing. Looks a little more appetizing.
Oh my gosh, it looks insane. Look at that face. All right, folks, we have our epic main course.
Oh my God, what is that? Is that a horse penis? Oh my God, it's a horse penis. Ew, I could not eat that.
Main course right here, starting with the bird. The breast
Oh, $43 for a whole bird.
meat is usually the best because it has the most actual protein. So it looks a little bit medium. Let's give it a
Looks a little bit medium. I'd be a little bit nervous. I'd be a little bit nervous if I was eating a bird and it wasn't, I don't know.
shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be a little bit scared there. He is at a restaurant. If that was at like a street vendor, I wouldn't eat it. But at a restaurant, I'd be like, okay, he knows this is safe.
Not bad. It kind of tastes like quail breast, but more substantial. It's a bigger bird. It's got bigger pecs, more muscle for more flight. That is the breast. But my favorite part of most birds is right here. This is the drumstick. Oh my God, just do some jujitsu to it. Oh yeah, that's what happened to Conor McGregor right there. And then there you have it. Cheers. Yeah, tough indeed. It's a rich meat. It tastes good. It's most
See, you see the little hairs? You get that on your chicken wing.
similar to maybe quail or puffin. A bit tough. And it has a lot of hemoglobin. It tastes like bloody and juicy, almost like a steak.
So that is the crow. But the real highlight of this location is right beside it. The horse's, how do I say this?
Somebody said, hear me out. Oh, stop.
At first glance, it may seem terrifying to some of you. And that's because it absolutely is.
Let's talk about what we're gonna be eating today. You have, I feel like we need to bleep it. Today I'm having a horse penis. Why?
みんなこう例えば鹿のチンコを食べたら
So first reason is because a lot of people throw away penises. So to like use things that we don't use, kind of like sustainability, I guess, in a way. The second reason is definitely for fun. Everyone who comes here, they always ask, do you have this penis? Do you have that penis?
Yeah, I've got a hankering for horse dick. You got one of those?
This seems pretty fun.
You got one of those? How much do you think they charging for a horse penis? 30 bucks, 20 bucks?
All right, should we do it?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have our horse.
As gross as this video is, this is the type of content that I'll never pass up. That's what I'm saying, which is why I was mad at you guys when you were spamming skip, because this is the type of shit I want to see. Yes, is it kind of appalling to me? Yeah, but dude, he's fucking cooking up a horse dick right now.
The first thing he does is he puts it into this pot of boiling water. And you know what? Let's get a couple in there while we're at it. All of that is gonna boil in there for 90 minutes. I'm told these horse parts are from France, Japan, and Canada. Wow, such a multicultural group right there.
After boiling for a while, all the meats are moved to a pressure cooker.
I couldn't eat the tip. I gotta tell you that. I gotta tell you that, Chad. I don't care. This I can't avoid having pause moments here. Okay, I would not be able to eat that. I would not be able to eat that.
With salt and MSG added to give the horse parts a flavor boost. Once the boiling is done, it heads into the oven for another 30 minutes to really lock in the flavor.
Let's see the final product. Oh my God. Ooh. Here we have our horse appendage plated in its final.
I would need like Chick-fil-A sauce or something, dude. I feel like the cross section when he cuts into it.
Final resting place. It looks. Yeah, it looks gruesome. I don't know what to say. I'm not excited. Hold on, let me give it a little bit of a sniff.
He just vomits on the plate. Just fucking all over.
Good smell, he said. This thing right here costs $56.
That's $56. Okay, no, I'm not ordering that, bro.
I'm gonna start with mid shaft.
Oh my God, why is it yellow? Oh my God, what is the middle part?
This is a good time to click away from the video, but don't do it. Oh God, it's so gummy. This is a lot. The only thing giving me comfort is knowing that in a second I'm gonna turn the camera around and make the camera guy take
Bro, it looks like turkey stuffing.
a bite. Cheers. What? That tastes pretty good. It just tastes like kind of roast beef.
No! No! What is that dripping? I could not eat that.
I thought it was gonna have an intense smell or gamey aroma to it. It doesn't. What about this part? Huh. This thing has been braised so long in that pressure cooker, it has really broken down all the.
I actually threw up on my floor. Yo, that's actually so funny if you just yacked right now. One of my viewers just went just right under their floor. Wow, he just tried it, no problem. You could tell he has a little fear in his eyes.
Am I gonna be willing to try the tip?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Ooh, dude. You would have to pay me like 20 grand to take a bite of that. Wow. I actually think I've had like really bad food experiences where I've gotten I've hated it, but I don't think I've ever thrown up from eating something. I would throw up from eating that.
The answer may surprise you. It's no. But my camera guy. I've got a small portion right here. Here, let me borrow that from you. How you feeling, Thomas?
But my camera guy's got to give it a try.
Not so great anymore.
Stab it.
Actually,
Oh my God, are they making him do the whole thing?
It's a one biter. Give it a shot. It's like braised beef. Imagine it's just braised beef. You want some sake?
That's good.
Go ahead.
So fatty.
Well done. That is an experience you can't undo. But today we have a lot more to see. Soon we're going to be
Bro, he just ate an entire mouthful of that.
going to that first location again to try the complete.
It's the thought of eating penis? No, it's not even that. It's not even that. If it didn't look weird and gummy on the inside, it would be no problem. Like when I saw that the boar testicle, that didn't look gross to me. Like that literally just looked like salami, like a very like solid piece of meat versus something that's like really like gooey. Oh, I couldn't eat that.
But now we're headed to our next location where we're going to try something that's still alive. Let's move. We have come to our next location here, a place where you can actually go fishing for your food yourself. And then the food they turn that food into. It's wild. Let me show you how it works. First of all, we have a diagram right here. Step 1, buy a fishing rod, then go fishing, then do a dance of joy once you've caught a fish. From there, you pass the fish to a chef, then they cook it in any way you prefer, and finally, you eat the fish. Let me show you inside. Basically, it's a giant pool with a boat built on top of it. Then inside, you've got water that is full of fish. These are fish that you can catch yourself with a fishing rod if you would like. Along here, they have a load of different fish. They have horse mackerel, they have sea bream. As you keep going, they even have lobster. How are you gonna fish for a lobster? We are gonna be having a...
Oh my God, that's a Caribbean lobster. Wait, that's the type of lobster, or it looks just like that I was talking about earlier.
lobster later though. Right now we're headed into the kitchen for a food known as dancing squid. We have our squid rank.
Oh, is this where they eat it while it's living? I don't know. That might be TOS. That might be the only thing that's TOS.
Right here, we have our chef.
It's not still alive. It's when they kill it and they put soy sauce on it and it moves.
And we have the star of the show right here. That is the
What's the thing? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I think it's octopus, where you eat mini octopus while they're living.
squid. Step 1, remove the squid from its little prison. He takes a knife and he goes beneath the cap, cutting it off, removing it, turning the whole thing white. He puts a stick inside of it.
Am I allowed to show that? I don't know. I don't know if I could show that. That was insane. It's still alive. He just like cut off that piece.
It puts it over some ice, and then he takes some soy sauce, he pours it
dead.
on top, and that is our dancing squid. Oh man, that looks...
Yeah, I just reported you, bud. Yeah, cool. And now you're banned in my chat.
Additionally, he gets some lemon to put on top. Can I say that was a pretty short-lived dancing career? Oh, hold on. We got a Twitch.
You can't show animal abuse? That's not animal abuse. How's that animal abuse? He instantly killed it. It died immediately.
Meanwhile, over here we have the cap from the squid. The chef splits it in half, and that's like its organs and brain and digestive. All of it's in its head. He peels the skin from the main meat of the squid, leaving...
Dude, this is calamari. I don't know. This just doesn't look... I mean, obviously it looks so different when it's cooked.
From here, he cuts the bony tendon from the cap. Ew, we don't want that. He lightly scores it, not cutting it all the way through. Whoa, then he chucks it at the cutting board. It curls up immediately. And from here, he really juliennes the squid, cutting it into thin pieces. He put the skin of the squid onto the serving dish, and then our...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would not eat this.
Let's give it a shot. Hit it with a little bit of soy sauce.
Unless you paid me. Chat, how much would somebody have to pay you to eat this? Like, that's just a fully raw squid.
Oh, that's good. It's a delightful texture. It's cold. It's very dense. It's really like squid, and that's about it. If you had this skin on there, I'm guessing it would feel a lot more slimy. Ugh. Am I supposed to eat this? You know, after the horse? Let's go for it. Hit it with a little bit of soy sauce, and...
No.
I wish I
Yeah, he looked like he was gonna yak
had
there.
a beer. It's really crumpy. Oh my God.
Bro, he definitely spit that out.
I kind of like this. So that is the dancing or seizuring squid. But from here, we're going back into the kitchen because they have one more live seafood that they want to show me. Round 2 requires one of these, a lobster. These are red spiny
Oh no, there's Frank.
lobsters. Yeah, take a look at this bad boy. Let's go see how they do it. Step 1, he shivs the lobster. He goes under the shell, separates the
I won't show this part.
tail, and rips the whole top of it off. Now that gets transported quickly
This is different. This is not.
here, and the head is put onto this decorative boat. Now he's got the tail. He takes his scissors to it, releasing that delicious. Right here we have that sashimi. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Oh my God, it's so delicious. It's tender.
So we could see penis dick, but not this. Yes, because it triggers some people if you see an animal being prepared. Yes, because it triggers some people and they get upset, right? There's probably 20, 30 people in my chat that reported me because they got upset because a squid died. Okay.
Back to the bear paw location to see if our food is finally done. Let's take a
That still looks gross.
look. We are
The bear paw still not appetizing to me thus far.
back in the kitchen. I am with.
Part 3. The hair's gone. They got rid of the hair.
It looks terrifying. How do you say scary in Japanese? Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Guys, I don't. Oh, the nails even come off. Here, let me just put that back. There you go. He's putting the paw into the pot, and that is going to boil for about 15 minutes.
While the bear paw boils, the chef adds a mix of greens and vegetables, carrots, onions, bay leaves, leeks, celery, and garlic cloves to help eliminate any gamey flavors.
I guess the big question, what everyone's
I don't know. I feel like they need to like smoke that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ben said it's fine. Fuck you guys. My manager said I'm allowed to show squid get killed. I feel bad because I know, like, chat, at the end of the day, like, I don't think that it's something that's like you should be appalled by watching a squid get its head cut off because it's like, you know, food preparation. I didn't know it was gonna happen. If I knew that's what they were literally about to do, I would have been like, oh, you know, they're about to kill this. Click off. But that's why I didn't show the lobster.
For good luck.
Yeah, no, it dies immediately. It's the same thing when they turn white, they're dead. That's why they usually karate chop them and then they die.
After 30 minutes, the stove is turned off, allowing the pressure in the pot to naturally release until it's safe to open.
It's interesting saying that there's collagen, it's good for beauty, because there's no way women are eating this.
そんなことない。
Oh, it's not good.
逆に女性の方がこんなの強い。
Actually, around like 60% of the people who come to his restaurant and eat the bear paw is actually women.
Amazing.
Wow, the things people do for beauty.
And here it is, the bear paw, after an entire day of boiling and preparing.
Yeah, you gotta throw that in a smoker, dude. I need to see some crust, right? It can't just be like that. Like, that looks unappetizing.
In a separate pan, the paw is simmered with some bear stock while being basted with vinegar and honey.
Okay.
Once the bear paw turns light
No.
brown, it's left to rest. Meanwhile, the remaining rich brown stock from the pan is poured into the sauce reduction and boiled for a few more minutes until it becomes thick.
All right, guys, we have it right here. The final product, the fully cooked bear paw, and it's all due to this.
I don't like eating things like this because it's like, how do you attack it? It's like being given a whole rotisserie chicken. It's not cut up, and now I don't know how to eat it. Where do you start? Where do I begin eating this bear paw?
Man, right here, Kishi-san. Amazing work.
check
Let's
his
talk
thigh.
about money. This is one of the most prized parts of the bear's body. He did not have any paws laying around, and what he said is that I would have to buy 4 paws from a freshly hunted bear. How much did I pay for that? For 4 bear paws, it was over $1,000.
And you don't even get the fucking rest of the bear. You're paying $1,000 for 4 paws, so this is over $250 a paw.
So maybe watch the video twice. Maybe go support our sponsors. I'm gonna build up a little bit of liquid courage before we get started here. Now this is sake in a jar. Decent. Not really.
I hate sake. I've only had like two different types of sake though. I like soju, but sake is just, oh my god, I don't know. It's so strong. It's so strong. What the fuck is sake? Rice alcohol, but it's like for what? How strong is sake? Like 30%?
Oh, there's some nice gooey bits right there. The bear has a bit of a gamey, a bit of a funk to it, but then there's a stringent, sour,
Yeah, it's a foot.
smelly balsamic vinegar. So you can see some of that has become very gummy and is falling off. Right here, I've got a little bit of the side of the paw. Cheers. Very gummy. Super gelatinous.
No. What is that? Fat? Is that meat? I don't know what that is, right? And if it's like a SpongeBob lol squid where it's like in between solid and liquid, I don't want to eat it. That's collagen, like bone marrow. Well, I don't want to eat bone marrow.
I gotta go to the palm. These are the pads, the toes.
Wow, those are so squishy.
And then the pads on the bottom of the foot. That is gonna be super gelatinous. Let's try to get this. Oh, it's so gooey. So this seems to be a bit more meaty. This seems like legitimate protein. Let's give it a shot. Oh, wow. It's so spongy. It's like eating lungs. You bite and it bites back. That is the springy tissue that's meant to support the weight of a bear that weighs over.
I imagine in my brain when I'm watching him eat it like a hard Jello. It has no give and you bite hard enough and then it just all fucking folds through.
Struggling here, my guy. He's already moved on to his next project. Let's try this. This is the toe. That one's a little bit more like cow skin, just very thick skin that's been braised forever. It's fatty, it's gelatinous. Right now I feel so grateful that he mixed all these bear flavors with his strong balsamic vinegar. And it's very powerful, and it's offsetting any of that funkiness from the bear claw. This is something I feel like that could feed a group of people. First of all, it's super rich. This can't be a meal. There's no way someone's sitting down to
How much for you to just tackle this whole bear paw? You can't leave until you've eaten it down to the bone. The whole thing. You can't throw up. If you throw up, you get nothing, and challenge is over. Like 100 grand. Like I feel like afterwards I would be like in shambles for a few days.
This is an unbelievable tradition, a food that when I heard about it, I was very shocked to hear that it existed here in Japan. Today I set out with the goal of eating bear paw, and we found one and we cooked it, and by golly, I ate it up. What a treat. But from now, I'm gonna go outside and tell you which food I thought was the most shocking from today and which food I suggest you never try. Let's move. Today was a wild day. Inside I told you I was gonna tell you which food was the most shocking to me, but also which food I think you shouldn't try. Can I be honest? It's the same food. It is the bear paw. Yes, I know I ate it, but I ate it for...
It's too expensive is the problem. Like, if it was like $10, yeah, you fucking give it a try. But like, I don't know, dude. $250 for it to be bad?
For journalistic purposes. Basically, I ate the bear paw so you don't have to. I can't have it on my conscience that a bunch of tourists come to Japan and eat bear paw now. Don't do it. This was such a unique experience and something I'm probably never gonna experience again. Throughout the day, it is amazing to see how Japanese folks look at food differently from really the rest of the world. Whether it's seafood, whether it's unusual animals, or whether it's unique preparations of those foods.
That was a fucking W video, dude. I love this guy as a YouTuber. I'll watch his carnival ones a lot. Those are really fun. Anyways, WVid.